Ethanol enthusiasts celebrated this week, but the reason for the milestone was not welcomed by all. The American Coalition for Ethanol held what it called a birthday party in Washington, D.C., complete with a cake. The pro-ethanol group said this year marks a century of subsidies for big oil, which they claim began in 1913.
Now let me be clear, we're not here to argue that every big oil subsidy should be eliminated, or even to say that each and every one is bad policy. But we're here to remind folks that big oil receives numerous tax subsidies, and some have been here for 100 years.
The American Petroleum Institute says the argument is not new.
We're celebrating as a nation the 100th anniversary of the implementation of an income tax. But the oil industry does not receive any subsidies. Deductions under the income tax that are available to any business are available to the oil industry, but we don't receive any subsidies. We're not celebrating anything in that regard. And at some point, these organizations are going to have to face facts. From 2006 to 2011, the oil and natural gas industry had an effective tax rate of 44.3%, which is higher than any other industry.
The year 1913 marked the first time an oil subsidy was written into the U.S. tax code. The Revenue Act of 1913 allowed oil companies to write off 5% of the costs from oil and gas wells. ASA officials countered they want a level playing field in the fuel industry.
And any discussion of a free market or a level energy playing field or consumer fuel choice or government mandates and costly taxpayer subsidies should keep the facts in mind. Policies such as the Renewable Fuel Standard don't discourage competition. To the contrary, the RFS is one of the only laws on the books that promotes competition in energy markets. The RFS encourages consumer fuel choice. The RFS encourages lower cost fuel options for American families. And the RFS helps us crack the big oil monopoly that has dictated our fuel choice for the past century.
The American Petroleum Institute, which represents more than 500 of North America's largest oil producers, counters it is not against renewables, and some of their members already distribute ethanol.
There's more than enough opportunities for success in this industry, and we're just kind of hoping that at some point folks who represent part of the ethanol industry, by no means all of it, will stop trying to muddy the water and we can have an energy policy going forward where we're truly independent.